Hi everyone, so here we have a few updates about piece points for previous practices and a few others. Please have a look and add to our website. Thank you. Alright, so here I'm going to tell a few words how a building like that, right, will be remodeled. So the first thing, it's for people that live in single homes like that to go to homes that are double. So they can already demolish their own neighborhood, right? That's the most basic. So first they have the 2 regular cleanup days. Everyone gonna have it. And then they have 2 days for furniture because they might need, some people might need other men to help if they don't have teens, right? Enough men, because we don't want anybody to hurt their back. So they have to take the rest of the furniture and then cabinets from the kitchen, refrigerators, all these things. And then they go to the last step is doors, windows, frames, metals, lamps, everything go to proper bins. Okay, so they would leave those, for example, and all those little ones take out. Okay, if they have a hotel, those families can start moving, or here because they have to help, everyone have to help, right? Or the hotel. Okay, all right, so when they finish that, let me see if I have some more pictures here for ideas. Yeah, all this is an extinction list, so please add every cactus. Gonna take completely out. We have to check and check the most as possible and be very careful, because if one little piece falls, you know what happens, they grow again. So we're gonna take them all out the real best as possible, very careful with the roots, right? And with proper machines, proper it's not salad forks, right? The grabber, but with proper equipment, gonna take them all out. We're gonna wear boots on those areas, white rubber boots, okay? But we're gonna take everything out and then remodel the land and pass the tractors, aerating the soil, okay? All right, so all those land, where it's possible, for example, if this is soil or sand, gonna bring over this thing, so they will never grow any tiny piece be left behind. We have to clean over and over, inspect and inspect before we bring any new soil in, okay? All right, so I believe some types of okay, so here I'm going to show a few things. So, for example, the dress is nice, right? You're not going to have anything shiny. But it's good. They can have belts that's already sewn, you know, to it. And on the back, instead of zipper, we can have 2 buttons on the back, you know, towards the neck, so they can put in and out with ease. And lace, it's forbidden to have lace on the back. So the laces can only be on the front or no lace, just the belt, okay? All right, so no lace, no flowers on the back or anything like that, okay? So now I'm going to show you for the leg, for example, when it show like what is acceptable according to their age. So no one gonna have, children are going to have high heels like they have here, not even that is tiny, okay? Because not good, they're children, so they can have flat shoes, right? Okay, so here it is. So let me just show you a few examples. So here, all this simple light, right? This girl simple light, this, you know, even that they're moving a little bit up and down. But this one here, for example, have the leg too open, you see? So this is good, this is good. Okay, I'm gonna show you how they dance, right? Just focus on that. So you see, it's a little too open. Okay, so basically it's that. No makeup for anyone, right? And 15 years old and older can have some lipstick, right? As we said. And what else I have to say? Yeah. And for men, we're not going to have the long tie. We are just going to have the bow tie, right? For special events. That's fine. You see, we're not going to have long ones like that. Just the very small one. Okay, so The female shirt, we can use that, right? Like here, right? For special occasions, but for school can be normal, right? Because they're children, have to remember that, right? Okay, so we have things for proper age. So as they grow up, they're gonna have more things. So let me see what else, if we have anything else. The pins for the hair, because no one gonna have big hair like that, but the pins, that is the comb that is laid like that, go and come back like that to the head, it's only for special events. People rent them at local thrift stores. They're gonna be on plazas, right? Every few blocks gonna have a plaza with a few things. They rent and they return soon after that event, right? That special birthday, that special wedding, okay? Because we don't need those things at home. We can share with other people. They're gonna be very strong in metal, very durable, with different details in flowers that's gonna be very durable. In plastic or in metal, we're gonna show you afterwards, all right? Okay, we're doing really great. So here are some updates for all of us. We're not going to use any building like, for singing, because not needed. People gonna sing in special parks, special, if their neighborhood, they can do it their own neighborhood, right? Their own special locations, okay? But we're not going to transport families or children or teens to special locations just to look at have as background, right? Because that's not needed. We're gonna focus on the message the people will be singing, okay? So let's see what else. So here, okay, so we are not going to have veils on a head covering up like that, right? No cultural, and for not reason, not even around the neck right here. Nothing of that is needed, not sustained. But people can hold the white peace flags, and they can have different colors, as I already wrote, right? Different patterns, such as, for example, brownish and orange, or orange and yellow, or white and, I already wrote white and blue, white and green, right? Some things that match, right? So gonna be, they're going to have some even moments. Okay, so in a few words, let me see what else. Yes, people can sing barefoot or with shoes, so they can have some nature behind, that's fine, right? But for all official videos, it's very important to have proper buildings, right? So we know where they were recorded, such as the school, their own residential community, right? So every video make sure, right, that you are making that. So for the thing I wrote, for every video, to show the person that's recording, and also the person in question, right, to answer the questions, that's for the family videos. I forgot to put this word, so put it there. Of course, it's not for presentations like this, group presentation. So it doesn't show, right, gonna be the most professional as possible, but I'm talking, that was for family videos, okay? All right, you're doing really great, thank you. So all this is good. You see, they're kind of respectful, moving around, doing different things. We can do that as well. So they're singing and also dancing, right? It was a little moment, one person alone here and there, and most of the time with many people. That's good. We can also have one person leading, right? Some special sentences. That's okay as well, right? So this seems very good. Look, respectful, but dancing with some gymnastics with it. So that is good. We can do things like that, okay? So boys can do gymnastic with proper clothes, right? Regular shorts or regular pants, right? That is not too tight. So this is good. We can do like that. Okay, move like that and jump like that. Seem very respectful and good, and not stiff, but in a movement. So this is very good. Okay, very good. Just for us to have more ideas on what is good for us. Okay? And remember, everyone needs to keep putting their videos on their YouTube account. So schools will do it for the schools, right? And then families will do for the families, neighborhoods will do for the neighborhoods, right? Because everyone needs to do this. Presentations in city parks, state parks, county parks, and national parks. You have to record, a little bit of here, a little bit of there, all the festivals, because until they really close, we're gonna still celebrate the festivals and, have a special events before they close down, So if they have the due date that's a little too much, this part, this kickboxing, whichever it called. How it is called, sorry. Beatboxing. It was a little too much. We can do a little less.
It's the best.
Okay, very good. Yeah, the girl is also good, jumping. You see, we have different people, different moves. Okay, as soon as it's safe, they know what they're doing. That's fine. Okay? All right. You see, all the girls have respectful clothes, so all this is very good, okay? According to their age, so really good. All right. Very good and happy. Doing great. Let's sing and dance, everyone. Awesome. So it's important to, when it's teenagers, like you can put the teenagers facing each other. Don't finish alone like that. Finish with the whole group, So we would finish here when is everyone is still dancing, right? So, and then they can look each other or be together, be united, because the end is always, what stays with us the most. So it's beautiful and special, and that's how it should end. Thank you. So here we have more updates. You see, we're not doing any of that. No marathons, right? People gonna make their own competitions for running, for games, right? Volleyball, basketball, for jumping, for doing different things, authorized, right? At their own county. So first at their own school, and then some schools can go on special days, right? And play together, okay? But nothing, no one gonna go to other countries or other states to do that. They're gonna stop right there up to 2 counties together, neighbor counties. That's it, because it is good, it is healthy, it's fun, but we don't want people to spend so many hours practicing to win those competitions. No reason, right? It's just the fun of it. Look, nothing like that we're gonna have. So many people running the marathon, nothing's like that. The other thing is forbidden to throw clothes away, right? People have money, people have a lot of clothes. So they're going to send clothes that cannot be worn anymore, going to send to the recycle center, because they're going to be used for different things. They're going to know, right? If it's synthetic, if it's cotton, what can be reused for, okay? All right, if going to be shredded and used as compost, what we're going to do with those fibers, right? Depends what they are. And the other thing is every clothes going to have on the tag 2 information: the quantity of cotton or synthetic, right, they have, or if it's 100% one or the other, and also the size. That's it. We don't need to know where they came from. We don't need this. This is not important. We're all one now. The main thing is that everyone needs clothes. Okay, so we're not taking those tags out. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about bridges. So the bridge is going to be taken out, right? As soon as possible, as soon as they're not used anymore, right? Those for tourism, as soon as they clean up the other side, if there is something on the other side, they're already going to be cut down. Everything with safety procedures, everything announced ahead of time, closed down, and everything at time of notice. Time of notice is now. You, a subscriber, hearing this, you have to share our work with other people and tell them they have to subscribe so they have information, they know what's going on. because all this is for the benefits of our humanity. Okay, so we have to start closing those places and improving. State parks, national parks, we don't have to wait for the organization launching day. We can already make the lines, all the state and national parks. So what we're gonna do? We're already gonna make lines. So let's say here we have a state or national park, right? So let's say more or less is like this or like that, or okay, whichever it is. So what they're gonna do, the first thing they have to do is decide how the layers, how the tractor is gonna go. The tractor is gonna go this way, right? And let's say here's a lake, here's another lake, or if it's gonna go this way. All right, the other thing they have to decide which areas they're gonna leave intact, because we have to remodel, we have to plant different species. We cannot leave, even they have a beautiful woods over here, for example, or a beautiful woods over here. Okay, so this is lake, just an example, right? So we have to cut where we're gonna be the most sustained. People that work at those locations, they know, right? So we're gonna make some lines right in the middle here, right? Driving lines and planting lines, and keep one line. So how gonna be the pattern, right? So one we keep, one we drive road, the keep line, right? A line we keep, a line we drive, and a line for new plantings, and a line of sun exposure, right? So how gonna be the pattern? Here's just an idea. So whichever the park is, we have to see. If they have waterfall, is that harmonious or not, good or not? What would be the most sustainable? Put it down completely, right? Because nature gonna find other ways, right? Or, or just demolish, for example, something there's here, rocks, or something that's here. And for all the woods, we have to find out the pattern, the best pattern that would be done. Also for lakes, what is the most sustainable for that area? Keep the lake, cover the lake, what we're gonna do? Or make a lake if there is no lake, right? Because we need some lakes, right? As soon as they don't have piranhas or other things that are not they are negative, right? We need some lakes, right, for biodiversity, right, to have water close by. So the trees, eventually some trees gonna need that water, right, that humidity right there. So people that already work on parks need to already make their plan as soon as possible. 2 days notice for their cleanup. So take out, everything is bad, unless it's really these big, huge parks that have a lot of cactuses and things like that. But for the other part, clean up the basics, right? Things that's not authorized, such as some decorations, some office, right? And clean up, make the reports done, okay. And then they have 2 days planning. 2 days planning, right? Gonna be just one N on the future. Okay, 2 days planning. After that, they already gonna make on the planning, already gonna say how many days gonna take. And get that area done. And then they make the report. So let's say they have here 2 weeks or 2 months, right? Okay, to complete, okay, their work. And then what they're gonna do, make the report, and they're done, right? They close down, they already done that area, they already planted and went over and over, right? They took all the animals out, so they have to make a plan, right? Take off any walls. They don't have walls. They usually, sometimes if it's a road, right, a highway, sometimes they have a little fence, right, towards the highway, whichever the highway is, right? So if here's the highway, or here, right, that sometimes they have those barriers in a specific area to don't disturb the traffic. So they have to take them out, bring them to recycle. So they have to do those things. They're very important, okay? All right, so then they make the report here, right? They make the report and they're done. They're gonna do something else. Okay, so if they done this area as a national or state park, for example, they go to the next. We're not touching any city park, county park for now because people need a place to go. But all the state and national parks, they're already gonna be on this position, even the ones at the beach. You know, even the ones at the beach. So let's say if it's on, like I told you before, right? The volunteers, made the video before. If it's by the beach, right, close to the beach and it's beautiful, right? We can keep that, okay? We can keep some parks, you know, every few counties, a special one, right? So we're the same. If they're really special, or more or less special, okay? They're not going to be huge because that's not need, right? Because we want people don't have to hike the whole day. It's not needed to have those things. For what reason? It's not needed. People are going to have a Sunday. They go the whole day, come back, done. Okay, so we're not going to have huge state or national parks. National parks going to be not on size, going to be on beauty. If they're more beautiful, they will be called national parks. If they're less beautiful, they're going to be called state parks. Done. And city and county parks going to be close by, right? Okay. All right. So here we're done. City parks going to be between buildings, you know, simple, small, but nice, right? With some playgrounds so people from the buildings can go, you know, spend the afternoon there, Saturday or Sunday, a few hours, bring their kids to do something different. Don't stay always at their own playgrounds. Okay, all right, county. And then it's maybe 2 per county. Depends how big gonna be our counties. I don't know yet. Maybe 2 or 4. 2 or 4, okay? All right, so something like that. So, the other thing, with the sun, they're going to do the new planting of the fruit trees. Remember? Okay, so by the sun. So it depends where the sun comes from. You know, because, and then they keep the other line far away. So, for example, here's the drive line to take care of this land, right? So they're driving here to work on this land here, right? Afterwards, because of course right now they have to aerate the most as possible. They're going to be in lines, but not straight lines all the time. Unless the park is really straight, that's okay. Otherwise, going to be around lakes, or going to be around rocks, or going to be, you know, or straight. That's fine as well, right? So with a little movement. So let's do over here. So if they don't have lake, they're going to make a lake maybe, right? Just, you know, that nature with time gonna take care of things, but what is needed? Need a lake or not? Cover or not? What's the most sustainable? People know. People that already work on those parks, they know about the park. And what is needed, they can search it up. Okay? All right. And they don't have to take much attention to the animals. They clean up everything they can from the whole neighborhood, right? And let it still. Because the rest we're going to do more with prayers, right? Otherwise, it's too much for us. The main thing is to take care of the most basic things. And with time, you know, one or the other animals that are going to stay in nature, they're not going to have food, right? And then probably they're going to die. But they're going to look around because those in groups, animals in groups, going to be easy, right, to search it up, look up, using the technology we already have. And those that are single, you know, and then we just do the best you can. Okay, so here, so they're going to decide, needs a lake or not, or is a rock that's going to stay or not, right? Okay, and then how they're going to be? They're going to go this way, right? And, you know, here, or how, you know, or make a little bit straight like that. Okay, so they have to figure out, okay, this side and start planting, bringing trees, call nursery, see which fruit trees, because we have to give attention to those places most as possible. And also for example, like cocoa plums, things that we're not going to plant for ourselves, but they still good. They're fruits. They're gonna they like sun. They are strong, right? So we have to find native plants that gonna go well on those areas, right? Okay, all right, and always leave a row of some. You know how thick gonna be all these areas as well, because we want the most as possible in fruits for now, because with time the other native plants gonna take over anyways, right? Because one day they're not going to have enough sun to be like a line of orchards, right? Like this one here. Okay, so how thick gonna be the lines that they're keeping? Okay, and for some other state parks, I'm gonna show you more details afterwards. All right, let's go so for some updates now on buildings. So very tall buildings, they're gonna demolish everything. They're gonna bring to places we're gonna cover, being lakes or valleys, places we don't need, right? So they're already gonna know where those trucks gonna be picking up, tractors will be picking up and putting on the top of trucks. Okay, demolish everything, bring to the right location where they're gonna go. So this, I didn't write it down because I said quite a few times, we're gonna start with houses and also very tall buildings. So let's say we keep up to the 28th floor, okay? For now, and everything above that we already start putting down. People gonna start moving to their own city, right? And go to hotels, go to apartments, okay? Even small buildings of 2-4 floors, it's better than these huge ones, because a lot of work just to take one of those out. Imagine how much debris is gonna be. Okay, all right, what else I have to say here? And for those, that's gonna be really easy. So we just pick them up, right? And take out, because some of those, this is in South Africa, it's different, but some of those are on ice, right? In Canada, in other places, for them to fish, and they're not high like that. So what happens is they make a hole and try to fish there and stay inside those little cabins. It's not those. Those is Africa, as I said. So the same, we have to clean up everything, clean up, see what we can plant and keep going. All right? Okay, we're doing really great. So let's see what else we are going to do. Okay, so yeah, here they are. I don't know if they're rentals or they sell, but basically in a few words like that, okay? So, and also, you know, for places in very cold areas, the same, start cleaning up. And where it's possible, already plant some seeds, right? Things that go well in cold areas, okay? All right? Clean up, plant, and done. Because what can we do? Places that cannot grow trees, that's different. You know, probably we're gonna put them down, because if they don't grow trees, they won't help our planet with oxygen. So what we're gonna do? Just knock them down, so they're gonna cover the deep parts of the ocean, okay? All right, so let's see if we have something else as an update. So for every other location, we're gonna do the same. Start with small houses, right? 1-floor houses and very, very tall buildings. And then will be what's the best for each area, right? Okay, so that's in a few words. Okay, so we already know what to do in all those locations, whichever they are. We're not keeping any castle, because they're old, they're not sustainable, it's too hard to remodel, not needed, even that they will be close to the beach. Okay? And any city that it's already like, how they say, you know, houses, or even some complete cities, you know, they're old and they have this special certification of non-demolition. All this is gone, is part of the old rules, old constitution of countries, old things that we don't need. We're only going to have what's really sustainable and positive, okay? And everywhere is needed. We're just gonna make a proper barrier, right? Concrete barrier to be safe. Concrete, real concrete, as already said. All right, we're doing great. We see you soon. Okay, so the other thing, we're gonna have tunnels that, only if we really need it and only if it's very short. And, so they can have the light themselves. All right. So things like that, depending where they are located, so just knock them down. Look at this. We don't need cliffs like that. We don't need passages like that. It's all not needed. Okay? We just knock them down, flatten them up, because that's more sustainable for the future of our humanity, right? So trees can really grow and don't have anything like too steep. That's all not needed, okay? So tunnels, let's say up to maybe 80 meters long. All right, no more, because not needed, okay? So just knock down the whole thing, right? If there's mountains like Rio de Janeiro, have many mountains right there, right? Some of them quite close to the beach, okay? All right, and it's forbidden for people to build their homes, on those mountains or far away from deltarized area, because we're gonna stop this thing. People have more money or not. On the future, we're gonna be on the proper location where is authorized for us to live. People close to each other, having good neighbors, right? Good practices. So all this is not needed. All these things, gonna be demolished. They're gonna know. People that work in those areas, they already know. They have to make the plan exactly the same way for everyone, because people maintain those places, so they know. So engineers that plan this, right, or specialists that plan those roads, they know about those rocks, right? Because they cut, they make it through. So everyone of everywhere gonna clean up their own air in the same way. 2 days for basic things, right? For offices, for things hung on a wall, decorations, if they have or not, right? So the very basic cleanup that everybody gonna know. That's the 2 days for the house and 2 days for the work area. And then 2 days for real meetings, plannings, and decisions, right? Making a paper, right? Send to the supervisor, whichever it is at that moment. Okay, so these will be people that will already be working there, okay? Paid or not, volunteer, whichever, or people that knows how to do it can also sign up to work. And those that are already there gonna accept or not according to what they are, because after January 1st, gonna be only points anyway, so gonna stop people being greedy for one job or another because of money. Everyone gonna work with points. Okay, even that they're retired, they can come and help if they are specialists in a certain area. Okay, so they have that planning and decision, and then they're gonna say how long it will take, 2 weeks, 2 months to clean up that whole area, right? Okay, so how the cleanup gonna happen? Okay, first, block traffic, right? And then they start demolishing. Where they're gonna start, how they're gonna start, okay? So basically it's that. So we're not going to have any of that because nothing of that's needed. Look at this. Nothing of this here is needed as well. Let me see if we have any other one. Here, those and those. Okay, so here we are. So people that live there gonna help with anything that's needed, right? And of course they have to move, they're too close to there, they're gonna be demolished. So everything is steep like that. Just put down and we're done. Okay, clean up, use the wood, everything that can be shredded as mulch, use that. Okay, get the animals, the wild animals from the neighborhood to put on the ground where things gonna be planted. Okay, all right. So let's just say a few more words. Yeah, for that it's the same, nothing to be different. Start cleaning up, demolishing, cleaning up. Okay, done. So let's go back here. Let's see if we have anything a little different. That's too small. But let's get a big city. Here, let's get a big city. Oh, that's so small, right? But the same way, you know. So if you imagine a city in fourth, like here seems like a lot is flat buildings or very short buildings. So going to be the same. Start cleaning up. You know, especially is going to get at the university first, because of those are supposed, on the case of a city, right, are supposed to have specialists in different areas. So they're going to make an agreement how will be the most sustainable. They're going to start. For example, it will be better to start where's already woods or where's the most buildings are, you know, start from the center going out or from outside leaving the center. How will be? Such as university can already put down, stadiums can already put down, right? Housing, one floor housing, and the very tall buildings, like I said, okay? All right, and people that live there are gonna be passing the tractor, cleaning up construction debris, driving and dumping to the right location, okay? All right, so here it is, you know, about the same. And also, we're not keeping any temple, anything, right? All of these, even the Taj Mahal, that's not the Taj Mahal, but I'm just saying everything, all the constructions, all gonna be gone. We're gonna have one type of construction and with a few different templates, right? Because we can have some differences, you know, but the basic construction will be the same for everyone. Very thick walls, very strong concrete walls, and done. Okay, all right, so here we are. So let's say, so all this is also forbidden, right? All these big things for a street, all forbidden, all not needed. Okay, so the Niagara Falls is gonna be remodeled as well. It's too much water going to the same location. All that's not needed. And for every waterfall, we are also gonna have a proposal for it. For example, if they are 4, we can keep, right? But if there are 3, we are not going to keep, right? What will be the most sustainable for that water to go to? It is good to make some remodeling, or they're fine. They seem fine. We're not touching something like that. They're already covered. Leave them alone. They're fine. We are going to remodel places, when I said here, you know, for state and national parks, where is needed, of course. If they are all covered, they're fine, you know, leave it there. They're already fine, that's good, you know. The main thing is to cover the land. We cannot leave semi-arid or arid or desert land uncovered. If they are in cold areas, we're gonna put it down if trees doesn't grow right there. But if they're warm areas such as Sahara, we're gonna plant. Keep planting, okay? All right. Very good. The Sahara gonna be one of the last ones. And we just have to keep going and going, okay? All right, we're doing really great. Okay, so let's see here, we have some updates. Let's use, so none of them gonna be used, right? None of this, none of that. We're not going to have anything pointy. We're gonna have straight. Some soft, you can have coats like that, soft in a reasonable amount until the end of the hip area, right? The button area, sorry. Okay, but straight, not pointy on the front or pointy on the back or long on the back, okay? Straight is fine. Seem respectful, okay? And for details that we can have extra or not, we're gonna tell afterwards. Okay, but if it's a cold day, we have to close the front. If it's a warm day, so it will be a dress and not something like that. Okay, but we're gonna tell you afterwards. Okay, so in a few words, so we're not going to have that or that. It's too much here on the top. We can have the bottom soft. People need to wash them, okay? And then, because some things we already have them, we're not going to have them in the future. So we are not going to have anything like, for example, those vacuum cleaners that walk around. We don't need that either, okay? We don't need any fire extinguisher. We're gonna have proper water at the buildings, you know, in case something happen, right? By the restaurants, okay? But not at the at those regular fire extinguisher with chemicals, right? We don't need those. All right. So here it is, no coffee maker because that's not needed. We're gonna make by hand. Now we can use for these 2 years a few things. They are worth it to use it once we already have them. Okay, so here's another improvement because of the circumstances. You put there is done, right? And make for many people at once and keep going. All right, but as soon as we, let's say we can use them for what? 1 year, right? Let's use the coffee at restaurants, of course, not at the homes because we don't need them. Restaurants can keep them, okay? All right, so let's keep going. We're doing really great. So the bathrooms are gonna be simple, right? And people can, for the couples master bathroom, we can have some more special ones with a tub, right? By the window, for example, right? And some without the tub, just the shower. And for different prices, so people can choose, you know, to have some different things. We can do that, okay? All right, we're doing really great, I guess. Basically, that's what it is. So I don't think we have any more updates. So it's forbidden to have socks like that. Everything needs to be plain white. But ones that are ready made, let's use them because we're gonna need a lot of socks, right? So if they're white with a small logo is acceptable, okay? But not like this. All the ones like that need to be gone, okay? Let's say, we cannot do 2 days cleanup because some people don't have the new socks yet, right? And it's still winter in some countries. So let's do 4 months, 6 months, right? Let's do 6 months for some things now because a lot changed, right? Okay, let's do 6 months. People can use the synthetic if they don't have. But if they do a complete cleanup, they get more points, right? We have to do this way, okay? So no glasses for anyone. And no vacuums, nothing of that, no electric toothbrush, okay? And I think basically is that. All right, I think we got it all. Thank you. So let's say people that did fashion shows that were disrespectful clothes, they're gonna be taken points out, or if they were too excessive clothes, right? In a way of being consumerist, or in a way of people wore leather from animals that was really bad. So it depends what they did, how they did, you know, they're gonna get points. People that want too expensive cars or too expensive things, didn't help others. If they help, it's okay. But if they did not help others, so we're gonna have a base for everything. People that have transparent clothes, right? What else we can say? People that purchase too many things, they use too many disposable items. They were not considerate with nature, right? So all of this, we are going to have points taken out. People that have too low cleavage or show too much their breast, the whole thing out. So this is gonna be taken points out as well. People that wore very many shredded pants, or usually it's pants or shorts, right? So all these things, because we have to find a way. People that gave value, sometimes they were not, but they gave value to things that were consumers, or to gays, or to lesbians, or depends on what they show, right, on TV, on radio, their practices. If they, for example, they had a job of telling jokes. What was the jokes? It was good jokes, because there are good jokes, but there are jokes that laugh of about too dumb things is not good. So we're gonna go over everything, okay? So it's forbidden to use. We're gonna use shoes. We cannot throw any shoes out, because for special events, people cannot go with thick tennis shoes, right? For special meetings, special events such as theaters, right? Just for us to be safe, like more flat shoes, right? But to work on a daily life, they can use to run. So we're not throwing any tennis shoes out anymore, unless they're really bad, right? In colors or bad words, okay? All right. So people that paint their shoes, their toes or their nails, right, too much, it's like something like that, that's fine. No points taken out at all. Something discreet or pretty, but no points taken out. That's fine. Even that was negative, right? Because we cannot be too picky, otherwise going to be too hard. So that's okay. They're going to lose points for the environment. A few points for the environment, because this is bad for the environment, right? Everything according to our reality, what we are going to, what will be part of our rules and guidelines, but not for being too negative, I said, for the points taken out. So let's see if we have anything else. I think that's okay, right? People that gave too much value to expensive glasses, expensive purses, expensive belts, accessories in general, right? Okay, so let me see if we have anything else. People that were not communicative, and basically is that, right? Let's see, what else? Yeah, basically is that, right? So look at this. This is it's not respectful. Doesn't look good. You see here? Yeah, all these weird things look, right? We lose points. People that purchase too many. I'm sorry, it's a little blurry here. Okay, got better now. So people that purchase too many flowers, people know. They know the GMOs, right? The workers get very little money for those flowers to come to supermarket. The price they are, with rare exceptions, right? Unless they say they're non-GMO, or unless they say they are in a fair market, right? They pay their employees proper, but usually they are made in third world countries, paying very little. They use chemicals, a lot of chemicals. So for everything we have to put points. So the magician's also gonna lose some points, right? Because it's not something we're gonna use, right? Or illusionists in the case as well. All right, so, and basically it's that. Let's keep going. We'll see you soon.